Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video for our online risk assessment training. Now I'm gonna divide this video into different parts, at least 5 minutes each, to make it easy for me to upload in YouTube. So um, timer starts now. All right. So risk assessment. Let's first define risk assessment. It means making sure that the workplace risks are managed by cost-effective means. The part of the risk assessment management risk management process, involves okay, identifying hazards associated with an activity and assessing the level of risks of an activity by determining the likelihood of an incident occurring and the severity of the consequences. Now, take note of likelihood and consequence. We're gonna define them again in a few seconds. Let's go to hazard. What is hazard? Hazard is a source or situation with the potential to cause harm, injury, illness, or loss. So in our everyday life, there are risks, there are hazards. Even though inside your room, there are hazards. Hazardous event. Now this takes place when the hazard is there and then someone or something, may it be your equipment or you, interacts with the hazard and it would result to harm. Sorry about that. I don't know how to do that. And risk. Okay, risk is the combination of the likelihood of a hazardous event occurring and the consequence of the event. Let's say likelihood times consequence. Now, let's go to consequence. It is the outcome of the hazardous event. How severe, some would call it severity. Okay, and then likelihood um, is the chance that the hazardous event will occur. How likely will it be? Will it be very likely or unlikely? Depends. Control measures. Control measures, these are the steps that you would take, right, to reduce the risk. For example, training is part of control measure. Okay, machine guarding is part of control measures. Um, Policies, right? Safe system work, right? Supervision, leadership, PPE, and the list goes on. Inherent risk. Inherent risk. These are the hazards, okay, that are already there before you apply a control. Okay, before you wore PPE, there is already a hazard available, or before you start the activity, there is already a hazard there. Now, residual risk, because we believe that we could not definitely remove hazards. Okay, so even though after we have applied training, safe system of works, um, proper tool maintenance, and PPE, administrative controls, still there will be risk. Okay, and then last is risk register, and it is a list of hazards, associated risks, and then um, before and after treatment and the controls, what should be done about it. Okay, that's the definition of terms. Now, let's go on. How do we do risk assessment? There are 5 simple steps of risk assessment. Okay, first thing that we need to do is, let me just go to that part. Okay, here we go. All right, first, you should, no, let's go to the methodology properly. Let's do it properly. Okay, the procedure. Okay, risk assessment ensures that hazards that people may be exposed to are proactively identified. Okay, and it ensures that an assessment is conducted to determine the level of risk, and then consideration is given to eliminating the hazard or where that it's not possible to reducing the risk to an acceptable level. And risk assessment ensures that you are doing enough to protect your workforce and others from harm. You meet your legal requirement and demonstrate good business practice and improve business performance. So that's how important risk assessment is. Remember, accidents and ill health can have devastating effects, or sorry, devastating effects. Oh, time's up. I'll be back with you on the next video.